Hey, what's up, my peeps? So I'd like to introduce y'all to our podcast, La Neta Ni Sé. Aquí tenemos nuestros cast members. Tenemos a Jason
Was good?
to my left. Me llaman el Poncho. My boy John, Jesse, allá to the right.
What's up?
Queríamos saber, pues, de qué vamos a hablar ahora.
La neta ni sé, compa, pero aquí andamos al 100.
Pues hay que empezarle.
Yeah.
¿De qué vamos a hablar ahora, Jonathan?
Alright, so first things first, man. What makes you a high valued man?
That's a really good question, actually. What do you
High
think,
valued
Jason?
man.
Shoot, a high value man, to me, in my eyes, man, is somebody that has, something going for them, bro. Not no, deadbeat. Not somebody that's just on their ass, bro. Just
Like goals and stuff
someone
like
with
that.
goals, you know what I'm saying? Like someone that has something to go for them, like not even making a lot of money, but, they carry themselves really highly and they
Right.
have a really good reputation.
Right.
Pues es
You
que
know
la
what I'm
verdad yo pienso que ahora en la actualidad los millennials en especial todo ha cambiado con social media y todo eso, ¿verdad? So, el que se queda en la casa la neta porque no quiere salir adelante, ¿verdad?
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely agree on that, bro. And like a high value man, bro, has to have something going on for themselves. Like Jason said, bro, you gotta be like outgoing, bro. You gotta be like fucking like the top of the top. You can't just be no deadbeat. You can't just be sitting on your ass at home. Like you actually gotta like have ambition. You gotta be on the grind. Like if you're not up by like 8, 9 a.m. in the morning, bro, you sleeping all day, bro. You doing something wrong. You feel me?
Those are really good points, and everything. All of y'all brought some really good points. You know what I mean? Pretty much, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. But at the same time, nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect.
But the question was, what makes you a valuable person?
Right.
as a man?
Like a high value dude.
I just somebody that you know wherever you are in your life, you're trying to get it. You know what I mean? With
Right.
good morals. I mean, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but as long as you're trying to,
Better yourself.
go further, better yourself.
Obviously,
you know what I mean?
the opportunities for everybody. I mean, we live in
Definitely.
the U.S.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a world of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just having to have that grind, because I mean, we come from the streets. We come from the streets. We were raised in poverty, to be honest with
Definitely.
you, and
We definitely were.
and we've been growing, and as we go, we're learning. There's always ups and downs, but we're always waking up and just thanking God, that hey, there's another day of life, and we're
Right.
just going at it.
Yeah.
Eventually we're gonna get where we want to be.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with that, bro. Cause like, a lot of people come over here chasing the American dream, bro, and like people that live, I feel like people that live here like take this like nation for granted. Cause like we are already here, so like people think like they support us,
Like
bro.
they already
but
made it. You know
people
what I'm
that are
saying?
actually coming, like they're coming with like that vision, like they want to like grow, they want
Right.
to actually build something and stuff. So I feel like where we currently live at is in Texas, and like I've had a couple opportunities to work at different companies and stuff, and I feel like the American people are very lazy, and then that's when like the people that come from other places come here and they actually end up taking our jobs because they actually
but-
have that ambition.
Yeah. At the same time, some jobs suck.
They do.
They
They
don't
do.
really,
Yeah, but
they don't really
you
pay
can't
good
just-
money. You know what I mean?
you
But
can't-
but at the same time, I mean, I do understand. Like, you are where you're at for because of you. You know what I mean? If you work for a job that is whack, you know what I mean. Your job is to advance. You know what I
Better
mean?
yourself,
Do
yeah,
something
yeah.
better. But no, definitely.
It's
for
all
sure.
it's all about growth, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's growth.
We've all worked for somebody. We've learned the ropes one way or another, and sometimes we're still in the same line of business, or sometimes we just get out of it and start something else. There's nothing wrong with whatever kind of business you start. It's
Right.
just having that mentality. What's gonna make you a better person in the future, not only for
Right.
yourself but for your future family.
Right.
You might get married, have kids, and stuff like that.
Whatever it is, you want to go to Bangladesh, you got the money.
And that ties into the next question.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a high value man, and why?
I say yes, bro. I consider myself a high value man. I mean, I wouldn't say I've known this from like, the get go, but I feel like now that I have, I have like a future, I have goals, I have all that kind of stuff, bro. Like, I have my own business, it's doing really well. Made over 6 figures. So I mean, I would consider myself a high value man, bro, because I also carry myself very highly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always like looking for the next thing,
Right.
bro. Like I'm always trying to better
Right,
myself.
right,
You know, I walk with God, and with that I mean, you know, like I just started getting into the faith.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So before
right.
sidetrack from the story, but before, you know, I didn't really care about it too much. But you know, shout out Jonathan. You know, he actually, you know,
And-
kind
and
of guided myself.
And you didn't put me back on track, bro. I fell off already.
Look, man, hey, man.
Es que lo que
You know what I'm saying?
pasa,
We all right here, though. You know what I'm saying?
lo que pasa es de que venimos de una familia, los que no saben, nosotros somos todos hermanos aquí. Venimos de una familia pobre en los comienzos, todos empezamos desde abajo, aprendimos a hacer oficios, todos tenemos ya nuestro propio negocio, so we had that motivation as a family.
Right.
You know, you see this guy doing well, everybody wants to be on that loop. Everybody wants to drive the nice car, the nice truck. That's just the way it is. For me, honestly, I consider myself a very valuable person because I've had my ups and downs. I've put my money in different businesses that maybe hadn't worked out. I feel like
Right.
I'm in the right path right now, and I'm going with it.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think, oh, this dude's doing it, la está haciendo, pero no saben behind the scenes. You
And
know, que uno le batalla,
yeah.
que uno le batalla day in, day out. Hay veces que sale, veces que no, pero uno sigue adelante, uno sigue adelante. So especialmente tengo familia, tengo hijos. So yo quiero salir adelante para ellos, crear un futuro para ellos.
Yeah.
So that I feel like I'm a valuable person.
Right,
You
right.
know? And I'm sure you guys are too. I mean, all
But
you guys.
it's very true what you were saying, o lo que estabas diciendo, que, you know, habían ganancias y habían fallas y pues you didn't give up, you know what I mean? You just kept on going, and I think that does make a valuable man, you know what I mean? Not because of the things that you might have or whatever,
It's
but
being able
the
to
things that
fall
you do.
and pick back up.
Exactly, yeah.
But
Right.
do you consider yourself a
Of
high
course,
value man?
of course. Because I've been through so many things in my life that if I wouldn't have been a valuable man, and if I didn't value myself, I probably would have been somewhere, I don't know where the heck, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
right now I'm you know, in a place that I want to be. Que yo siempre he querido estar en este lugar. Todavía no estamos donde queremos estar, pero para allá vamos.
Ahí va,
So,
poco a poco.
exactly. So I consider myself a high value man, but we all make mistakes, and I'm a very humble person. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I mean, everything's not so great, but definitely you gotta just keep on trying to get it, trying to grind, and trying to make the best of, you know, your worst situation.
Facts.
Yeah, see,
How
and
about you, Jonathan? What do you
I
think?
definitely agree with like with all you guys what all you guys are saying and stuff like that. I definitely consider myself a high value person, high value man. Because you know I have like that old type of like mindset for like a 21-year-old. My mindset is like being able to provide, being able to be strong, being able to be the rock. Just you know trying to like be like the problem solver for everything. You
Well,
know.
not to cut you off, Jonathan, but I've seen your growth. I mean, I've known you since you were a newborn, right? Obviously, I've seen you grow as you grow. I've always been really proud of you in every way. I always saw potential in you, and whatever you put yourself to, you figure out a way how to get at it, and you're always trying to be the best at it. And if you're not the best at it, you're not happy. You just keep on going and going, and that's what I know about you. So I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
definitely concur with that.
And I appreciate you like those kind words and stuff like that. And like as like the oldest brother, you know, I've seen you like go through ups and downs. Like you've given me good advice, things like that, and like that makes me like change my mentality and like see things differently. You get me?
Right.
Because like I am the youngest, and so like I do have like a lot of brothers, like
The youngest and the tallest.
yeah, the youngest and tallest. You feel me? But I do have a whole bunch of examples and stuff, and like I get to be able to learn the lesson before the trial, you know, because like they've already been through the lesson, they've already been through the trial, so like they've
So it makes it a
Just
lot
showed me
easier
that.
for all of us because if someone's having struggles or whatever, we've been through it. So hey, we'll pick you up and be like, hey, bro, we got you.
Yeah.
Type of thing, you know what I mean?
So
I
a lot
can-
of support. There's a lot of support.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
consider
most
that we're all
definitely.
valuable in some way or another, either to ourselves, to our families. We have that potential, you know, for growth. you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And like back to what I was saying too, I do consider myself a high value man. You know, I have a lot to offer, a lot to bring to the table, Me and my brother, we had an opportunity to start a business and create it into a 6-figure business within a year. And that's very hard to do, you know, but you have to have that ambition and everything. And I feel like I have all those qualities to offer, especially like when it comes to like finding like a woman too, you know. Like I want to be the alpha male. I want to be able to provide for her and things like that. If she doesn't want to work, she doesn't have to, but like as long as she's like doing things in the household, taking care of the kids, and
Pretty much
things
how
that.
like how you grew up, how
Yeah,
you
exactly,
seen like
exactly.
traditional
I mean,
type
but
stuff
you
for
know,
us Mexicans.
it could be very difficult to find that woman that wants to stay home because we live in, you know, the
Well,
20,
yeah, it
24th
could
century.
be difficult,
It could
but
backfire on you because all these women, you know, especially with social media, they're empowering themselves, which is honestly a great thing, you know, for women and men that we have, you know, equality in some way or another.
Yeah.
It just all depends on how
right,
everybody else thinks. Like for
yeah.
me, you know, if I ever get married once again, you know, my wife wants to work or she wants to do something, start a business, I'm gonna support her. She wants to stay home. Hey, I'm cool with that too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Right.
What do you think, Jason?
Nah, I feel that, but I don't know, man. Like how Jonathan's saying, I'm more of like a traditional lover. You know what I mean? A traditional kind of
I
person.
mean, that's how you guys were
It's
raised.
all
Right?
about
Yeah.
compatibility.
So
You gotta
right,
find
right.
somebody
Yeah,
that's
that too.
compatible to
Sure.
your lifestyle. You
No,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
100%. But I mean, at least in my eyes, the way I see it, you know, the man is the provider, the woman's the nurturer. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in my
That's
eyes,
a good way of putting it.
in my
actually.
eyes, the perfect world would be, you know, my significant other, my wife, or you know, whoever I end up with.
Right.
You know, they should be at home, you know, taking care of my kids, and me as the provider, I should
Yeah.
be out there, you know, grinding, trying to, you know, put food on the
It's,
table.
it's
you
kind
know
of
what I
a
mean?
it's kind of a difficult topic, you know, because of the era that we're in. You know what I
Right,
mean? A
right.
lot of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
don't really think like that no more. You
A
know?
lot
Yeah, I
of
mean,
social
I was
media.
raised in that era, you know, was like
Yeah.
my mom would stay home and cook for us and stuff like that. But you know, I kind of grew into, you know, like how things are nowadays. It's like a lot of women don't want to be home nowadays. A lot of women want to, you know, bring something to the table, or they want to be that power couple, which I'm okay with that. You know, how many people on social media, you know, they have these groups where it's like couple goals and stuff like that, and they're doing very well.
Right.
You
Right.
know, I mean, it could backfire on you as well, you know, because
Right.
what happens, I mean, divorce rate is really high
There's a
because
lot of
of it.
risks. You know
A
what I
lot
mean?
of risk. But hey, you gotta trust the person you're living with or you're talking to or you're with,
Right.
regardless. You know, you gotta
No, yeah,
trust her.
100%.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's
most
all
definitely.
about trust.
I mean, and that kind of ties in. That kind of ties into the next question too, because so like you know, all of us here, we all consider ourselves a high value man because of like our background and like the things we have now. You get me? And what it took to get to this point. So if you were to ever get with a woman, does a woman's past matter?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a crazy question.
I think yes. Some to an extent, right?
Well,
You
for
know
me,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like if I meet someone and I really vibe with her, la neta no quiero saber de su pasado.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? If she had her fun, yo también me divertí. Nomás no me platiques de tu pasado. Para mí sería conocer a una persona que nadie de mi familia o amigos conozcan, porque así, si ella tiene un pasado, hey, ese no es mi pedo. Eso fue cosa del pasado,
Right.
¿verdad? Porque yo, obviamente, tengo mis demonios también, ¿verdad? Me he divertido y todo ese pedo. No le estoy pidiendo a Dios a una mujer perfecta.
Right,
No
right.
todos
Right.
somos perfectos.
Yo creo que es más también como la mentalidad de uno, like when you meet somebody, like como piensas, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
Like how you carry yourself, like how you think about it, and how you go about it after that. You know what I mean? I think that has a lot to do with it as well. You know what I mean? Like a conscious thing. You have to be conscious of the things that are going on and what's happening. But yeah. What's
Jason?
that?
Man, like I get where y'all come from, but I mean to an extent, you know, I agree. Like at the end of the day, it kind of boils down to like how the person is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, they're always gonna have their skeletons in their closets.
Anybody
Everybody,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say
that
I'm
doesn't
the
make a
I'm
person a bad
Eminem right
person.
now.
Right.
It doesn't make a woman or a man a bad person. It's just,
Right.
hey, you had your fun and all of that stuff. Hey, it's all good and gravy. From this day forward, let's move on and create a family.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I mean, like
It could be scary.
Poncho and Jesse, like they have the same mentality. But I think on this one, I'm kind of like with Jason. I feel like it does matter to a certain extent, but I feel like like to a certain extent has to do with like what is her past, you know, like
Right.
maybe if she was like a corn star, you get me, or something like that. I feel like I wouldn't be able to see past that. Or like another thing is like if you know about them or people know about them, like
Like,
us
why
as
exactly
us-
do they know them?
Yeah,
Well, that's
exactly.
what I just said.
but us as high value man, like that. What if that woman is just trying to like get you to like
But-
to basically save herself? You get
But
me?
just like I said,
Right.
nobody has to know her. As long as nobody from your family or friends know her, maybe you can meet a random person anywhere. It could be in Mexico, it could be in China, it could be wherever the fuck, right? But as long as you know nobody knows her past, I think for me, I'm happy with that. You know,
Right. So like you can look past it.
I just,
I
I
would
just
look
think,
past it,
I just think
honestly.
in the moment that you are, that you have to just get to know that person and see where you both are. You feel me?
Right, right.
And go from there.
porque la neta es un cochinero, güey.
Because people
Right,
change.
no, 100%.
Ahorita es un desmadre, o sea, y nos tenemos que acoplar a lo que es la vida ahorita.
Right now,
Así es el
right.
pedo.
Yeah, most definitely.
Pues no
most
nomás
definitely.
acoplarse, güey, pero también hay que saber en qué te estás metiendo y ese
O
desmadre,
sea,
¿no?
pero lo que vamos es de,
But los tiempos se han cambiado mucho.
de que si conoces a una
exactamente.
persona, si tiene sus demonios, no puedes hacer
No,
nada
pues
por
todos
ello.
tienen demonios.
Nomás como te digo, fue tu pasado, nomás de aquí en adelante hay que seguirle y ya estuvo. Así de fácil.
Right.
See, I kind of understand that viewpoint, but like me as a person, bro, like I'm not a person that has lived life to the fullest, bro. So like,
Right.
I'm not all about like going out and like just like being with like women and things like that. So like I kind of see like life different, cause like if I were to like actually talk to somebody, like that means that person is like special and I actually like them and I vibe with them. So like their past would kind
You
of
don't want
matter
to
to
have
me.
too many bodies, though.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want
You would
the
ask
same-
questions.
I would honestly like ask those deep questions. Like I want to get to know the genuine
Yeah,
person.
because you wanna know the person you're getting into it with. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's a potential like life partner, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to know who you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what we were saying.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta know.
So
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like to an
but
extent.
I
it
get what
depends.
you're coming from though, because like you haven't really been, you know, it's just you haven't been with too many people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you want the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you want somebody that's
Something
Right,
same
on
or
your
like
level, pretty
not
much.
too far off. Like, cause like if it's like obnoxious, then I feel like it would kind of be hard for me to see through
Pues
that.
para eso te tienes que encomendar a Dios, ¿verdad? Sé que te...
por eso tienes que salir a la verga,
Sé que
¿no?
nos hemos metido más a la iglesia, nos hemos encomendado a Dios en muchas cosas, ¿verdad? Es nomás encomendarte a Dios y pedirle que te mande una buena persona.
Yeah, most definitely, and I agree with that. Cause you know if it's made to be, it's gonna happen.
It's going like a lot of women are going to introduce you know your, themselves into your life. You know what I mean? Those are just experience and things that you're going to go through.
Son experiencias.
Yeah, it's your
Every
job to
person
you know
that you're gonna date is gonna
depict
be a
and see
different experience.
what you guys are all about.
So
type
then you're
shit.
gonna realize, hey, this is what I don't want, this is what I want,
Right.
and this could be a possible. You
Yeah.
know, that's just
Hay gente que le vale madre, güey, lo que le caiga le meten el pinche chile a la verga. Pero es otro rollo, ¿me
No,
entiendes?
yeah.
Cada quien,
Yeah.
to each their own, like they say, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, but I feel that though, cause
But
like
you know, I get what he's
yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're looking
Right.
for a life partner, I feel like their past does matter. But if you're just looking for like a quick fling,
Okay,
It
but
doesn't
say you
really
meet
matter.
somebody and you ask all those questions and she lies to you and you're never gonna know.
hey,
See,
then-
but,
Hey,
but
bro,
that's the
but
thing though. That's
God
the thing
sees
though.
ugly, baby,
Hold on,
you know what I'm
I have
saying?
something to say to that, cause like
You gotta know when somebody lying to you,
yeah,
baby.
no, not even that, but you can only be a false image for a certain amount of time because it's hard to be something that you're not. So the it's just like what they say.
Hey.
The truth always comes to
Well,
light.
the
I like
answer
that. I like
is,
that.
the answer is,
Or like I like to say, time
take
will
your
tell.
time. Take your time.
Yeah, todo su tiempo. Time will
Take your
tell.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time
most
will
definitely.
Because me, for example, my first marriage, I met this person for a couple weeks and I felt that was the love of my life, right?
And a lot of people
And,
believe in love at first sight.
and apparently,
Hey, that too.
you know, obviously, I'm not in that relationship. I've been married twice,
Right.
right? For me, I was young and I thought I knew it all. When my parents would tell me, "Hey, you're moving too quick," I thought my parents don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Como te digo, estuve casado, la conocí 2 semanas, estuvimos casados por no sé 5 o 6 meses y después nos divorciamos. ¿verdad? Pero pues así es la vida, es lo que pasa
Así
cuando
pasa,
está uno
¿no?
joven, no se fija uno
Yeah.
en las personas.
Yeah.
Uno se va en el físico, se va en de que, ay, que esta mujer está hermosa, que es va a ser la mamá de mis hijos. No funciona así, hay que conocer a la persona bien. Ya lo digo por experiencia, porque ya pasé 2 veces por
Right.
ese pedo.
Right.
Pero, I mean, así pasan las cosas. Son experiencias que la gente pasa por esas
Right.
cosas, you know.
And that's what made me,
Y-
that's what's made me a wiser person.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
My
So,
mistakes have made me a better
yeah.
person.
Right.
Con que no dejes que esa madre te lleve al hoyo, no hay pedo, ¿me entiendes? Like, hay que aprender y hay que seguir adelante, pues, ¿me entiendes?
Right.
So,
Yeah, I definitely agree with what y'all saying. So next question is, does a woman's body count matter?
pues es casi la misma chingadera,
A mí
¿no?
explícame lo que es un body count, la neta.
The body count it has to do with like
How many?
how many bodies you've had, like how
Quiero
many
que me lo
people
expliques en español, por
how,
favor.
how many people have you had sexual intercourse with?
Oh, the body count.
Yeah.
Okay, body count. Like I said, I mean, for me, that question, I have not much to say because you're never really gonna know how many people this person's been.
That is true, bro. You never
You know,
really
so
gonna
for
know
me,
either.
it's kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I
Es
mean,
la neta, al chile.
body count is crazy, though. You know what I mean? Body count is crazy,
Pero
though.
tú, ¿cómo vas a saber cuántas
Pero
personas?
nunca vas a saber, pero... Ay, está cabrón.
Sí,
Like you're never gonna know the exact number unless you're like writing it down and stuff. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? But
so
you could ballpark
I'm about
it.
to
You know
flip
what
the
I'm
question. Does the body count matter for men as well?
The question was either or. I mean, it's just
Oh, for
doesn't
either or.
matter.
But okay. Well, does it matter for men too?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't for me. You know, honestly, for
Do
me,
you think there's a difference just because you're a man and then
well,
there's a woman?
this is the thing.
See, and that was another thing that I had written down is why is it socially acceptable for a man to have a body count rather than a
No,
woman,
but
a higher body
Back
count?
to that first question. The thing is that that's the reason why you have to know this person. I go back to the same thing.
Hey, as long as she keep it nice and firm,
No way. You
it's
have
all
to.
good.
You have to learn. You know, you learn from this person. You're constantly getting to know her. The more you date her, the more you see her, you're gonna know more about her. So it's like, it can't be that important nowadays because this person might have a lot of demons, right? But then she wants to change her life around. Maybe she's becoming a person of God and wants to be a better person. Why is that? Why is it so hard for this person to have a highly valued man? There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, I get you where you're coming from because honestly, like, if a girl or a man really truly wants to change their life, like, we come back to the mentality thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all a mentality, but at the same time, something's gotta work. You know what I mean? Because in a relationship, I think having relationships with your partner really matters. You know what I mean? Like things like that you have to make sure that everything's gonna be good because a lot of things could bring problems in the future. You know what I mean? A lot of people it's okay to think in the present, but at the same time, there's times where you have to think in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Most
you gotta
definitely.
think about all those things, and when you meet a person like
Get to
how you're
know
saying
the
a body
person.
count or whatever, you really gotta know where they're at,
Get
like
to know the
mentally. You know what I
person.
mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why get
Right.
to know the person.
See, and that also goes with like
Ese me acabó la
if you believe in the faith, it's just like every saint has a past, every sinner has a future, so like maybe that person does have maybe she wants to be able to change or to not be able to relate to that, you get me? So she's trying to maybe find a way to be better and things like that. So I do kind of understand what they're saying, you get me? And so it makes sense. It makes sense.
So what do you
Yeah,
got for adults?
honestly, bro, we live in a world, bro, where there's a lot of misleadings, and a lot of people get misled, and a lot of people have to learn from that. So it's really hard nowadays. I feel like it's really hard to kind of judge somebody. You know what I mean? But nowadays, I feel like you really have to tap into your consciousness and know how to read people and know yourself, and I think that's very important nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So So that goes into like the next question. So say you go on a date with a woman, right? You got to know her over text messages, like you really like her, blah blah blah, et cetera, et cetera. So if you take her out on the first date, and if she gives it up on the first date, is she still eligible to be cuffable or wifey material? Why or why not?
Okay, I totally didn't hear your question, but I'll go off with what you just said.
Well, I'm gonna be
The
honest
question
with you.
is, if you go on a date, blah blah blah, like you guys are clicking, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But she gives it up on the first date.
Ahí te va.
Like, is
I'm
she
gonna
still
put-
eligible to be married, like cuffable or
I'm
not?
gonna put myself as an example. Not
These
that
are
long-
some crazy ass
Okay, can I-
sexual intense questions.
Nah, well, these are
No,
just
wait.
more like
Nah.
modern day dating.
Let
you
me
know?
Nah, I
tell
get you, but
Let me tell you my
back,
personal
back to
experience.
back type.
Okay, let me tell you my personal experience. I went on a date not that long ago. You know, everything seemed pretty cool on the phone. You know, we would text, you know, pictures here and there. You know, her face. I thought she was beautiful. We went on a date. You know, you know, at the top of my head, I saw the person, and I honestly did not click with her as soon as I saw her. But I didn't want to be rude with her, right? But she was already talking about like, hey, I want to sleep with you. I want to do this. That was kind of a turnoff for me, because she was kind of throwing herself at me right away. So I went on a date with her. We had dinner. We had a cool conversation. But it kind of just, it shut me off as soon as, you know, like I seen her physically, you know, mentally, she wasn't what I was looking for. So I just kind of just killed it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was my experience.
See, and I definitely agree. I kind of agree with that, because like I mean, as I previously mentioned, like I haven't been that type of person to put myself out there like that. I've been very reserved and things like that, because like I don't just date just to date people. I date to actually try to find my actual like partner in life, to marry myself, to marry someone. And I feel like if that person, or like that person that I went on a date with, like if she threw herself at me in that form, shape, or way, I feel like it would be a complete turnoff for me, and I would just eliminate that and you know just move on to
Yeah,
my
because
the
that's-
next thing.
I think that's kind of crazy.
No.
Like right away, a girl throws yourself at her. Or a guy, whatever
Well,
it
the
is.
thing is that if she's doing it to you, how many guys is she doing it to?
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
exactly.
You know
So
what I
that's
mean?
not somebody you kind of want to,
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta
bring
make
home
sure
to
que
your
se dé
parents, bro.
respetar.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nah, but
Una
we're talking
manera
about
u
the
otra.
first date, right?
Right, yeah.
No,
the first,
no, what
no,
I'm
that's
saying-
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The first
right,
date.
right.
La
I
mujer
got
se
you.
tiene que dar a respetar. Y si una mujer te está tirando nalga y culo así de volada, la neta es una mujer que nomás no.
Yeah.
Sabes que nomás no.
Yeah. No, eso sí.
Most definitely,
That's what
I
I'm
agree with that.
Hey,
you know?
but y'all still doing it though?
No, la neta no.
me personally, bro, I just don't go around like fucking any female.
For
bro.
me, bro, I'm turning 37 already, bro.
Right.
You know, I've had my fun. I have a lot of demons in my closet. Honestly, if I were to be looking for someone, it's gonna be a person that I'm looking for to be my forever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's just, for me, it's definitely a turnoff. Because if you would have asked me, you know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, if someone's throwing ass at me right away,
But like,
I'm gonna go for it.
but like
No, I
Jason
mean-
said, like Jason said, will you do it?
But no, but like,
I just said no.
So you wouldn't have
so like,
I wouldn't.
you wouldn't have a relationship with her in the first date,
I wouldn't.
okay,
What
so
did I-
like in the bed.
That's
I'm talking
been
about.
that's been my answer.
so
Yeah.
I'm saying like,
I don't
so
think you're paying attention.
Hey, bro, we vibing, nigga.
no, but I'm saying like, so
I'm
right
going. I'm going free willy.
Michael Phelps, you diving in or what?
I'm swimming in that. You know what I'm saying? I got my goggles and everything.
now, yeah, so
Pues,
you're saying that
lo
you're,
bueno es que no se te ha caído la pinche riata, güey. porque está cabrón.
Hey, thankfully, till now, estamos al cielo. Let's keep diving.
Bien enfierrado, compa.
so you're saying like right now you're a little older. Like if the next person that you ever end up dating or whatever is the next person you're gonna marry, right?
Well, yeah, that's because the thing is that I don't care about a person's age anymore. She could have, you know, kids, because I have kids.
Right.
You know,
'Cause,
I just want a person that has lived life just like I have, and just kind of like, you know,
That's kinda
you've
like
been
on that
through it,
same
I've been
level.
through it, we had fun. Now let's just grow old together,
Right.
and have a good marriage.
Right.
La neta,
You know?
yo nomás quiero una buchona. la verdad.
So Okay, so now you're saying right now you wouldn't, let it happen. You won't wife someone up that's gonna give it up on the first date.
La neta
But
no.
4 years ago, when you said that, yeah,
Sí.
would she still be eligible to get married?
En ese tiempo sí me hubiera acostado con esa persona, pero yo pienso que no hubiera sido eligible porque I was just wanting to have fun
Right,
here and
right,
there.
right.
Okay.
You know?
Nah, I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that.
Okay, so that goes into like the next question, because like nowadays, OF is a very big thing. A
OnlyFans.
lot of women, they've turned themselves into that. It's like easy money, is easy income, things like that. Would you ever fuck with a OnlyFans girl?
Al chile,
No.
para divertirme,
Like just to have fun, or
Sí.
what do you mean, like, or serious?
Just-
Either or.
You take it how you want to take
Okay,
it. but,
serious.
like,
That's a
would you-
definite no.
o sea, te está preguntando tú qué
Right.
piensas.
I mean, somebody just to have fun with, do what you gotta do. But if you want somebody serious, I don't think that's the perfect.
O
That's
sea,
the right route for a
la
woman.
neta están bien chulas las hijas de su puta
No,
madre.
sí están buenas, güey.
Al chile, ¿sí o no?
No, no, no.
See,
sí
but
está bueno,
that goes into temptation, bro. The devil does that for a reason, bro.
But that's
Y
what
luego
I'm
las
saying.
miras manejando un mejor carro que tú, un puto Lamborghini, un Ferrari, y dices, no mames, qué pedo. ¿Por qué no estoy ahí,
Nah,
So,
bro.
Jason, what do you think, bro?
Nah, I wouldn't do it, bro. Just cause I've talked to women, bro, where I don't know that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Cause like even on their Instagram, they don't promote it or anything like that.
Right.
And if they do, they have like from what they've told me that they have like a whole separate account that doesn't even have their name, blah blah blah.
right.
And that's where they promote their their
Right.
content. So me personally, bro, when they tell me that, I feel like that's a turnoff, bro, because in my eyes, bro, if somebody that I want to marry, bro, that her image, bro, should just be for me.
But what if you're just trying to have fun?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like if she's, just trying to have fun, like, hey, help me out, make some content. Maybe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Nah, that's crazy because I would
Because-
never record myself.
See,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say maybe because I personally don't think I could put myself out like that on the internet,
See,
bro.
like,
you know?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you like what he's saying. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be with her on the own just to like mess with her, pretty much.
Right.
but
No,
you're
not gonna
that's
be
what I'm
on
saying. Like just to create
See,
her
but
content.
like,
you know?
I feel like a perfect example of that is that like that one famous TikToker dude, bro. Like Sky Bree, she was a corn star. She was doing OF things like that, and then she automatically just retired from that, right?
Right.
So like the dude went and cuffed her, and she doesn't do any of that stuff anymore, right? But like I feel like when he goes out in public with her, like they
were like,
have
oh,
a certain like
She has that
mentality.
stigma.
That stigma,
Exactly.
yeah.
Stigma.
She portrays that image
Right,
still,
right.
even though that she's away from that. You get me?
Right.
Hey, but it doesn't matter what people think. If he knows the person that she is now, that's all that matters. I could be walking with, OF girl. As long as I know who I'm with, who cares what the world thinks?
Okay. So like
But that is crazy though. Like having a woman where everybody's seen her
Done
like butt
seen her,
naked.
bro,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
it is what it
but
is.
so that
I-
and so that goes
I wouldn't date I wouldn't like if she's in that situation and that's in that moment I wouldn't date a girl like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So so that ties into the next question, so say you came across an OF creator and she offered you 10K to do some content, would you do it, or how much would it take for you to do content on OF?
O sea, yo
Hey,
vengo,
for free.
yo
Damn.
vengo, yo vengo de unos modales.
Hey, bro.
Espérame, yo vengo de unos modales.
Just tell me. You ain't gotta pay me. My boy. You know that.
I was raised, by a very family that's tight knit, and I mean I wouldn't allow it. You know what I mean? I mean I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Poncho on this one, because like I said, I haven't been really out there and things like that. So I would honestly reserve my image, bro. I wouldn't like put that I wouldn't want people to think of me in that way. you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want people to see me in
Yeah.
that way because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a very high value man, so I feel like I have to be
And
very
I-
reserved. I have to be to where I have to be kind of mysterious.
Right,
you
right.
know?
And
All jokes
honestly,
aside, I wouldn't do it though. Either.
and honestly, if you're in a stage in
I
your
wouldn't
life
record myself.
when you're financially
all.
when you're
Yeah.
financially stable, there's no reason. I mean, you don't need someone to offer you 10 bands. For me, if a girl offers me 10, 20, 30 bands, hey, I'm worth a lot more than that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just be like, hey, hard pass.
Okay, so
Right.
you're saying you're worth more than 10, 20, 30 bands. So say she offered you $1 million. Are you doing it?
Hey, my worth is a lot more than $1 million.
Okay, I like that answer and I agree
So
with
I
that.
wouldn't do
$1
it.
million? Let me
Yeah.
scratch my head. Hold up.
A
Pero,
million's a
digo,
million,
a
dog.
million.
Se me hace raro
Bro.
que el pinche chile no está caído.
I'd be like, hey, how many cameras for $1 million? Shit.
Yo no.
So next question.
Hey, I'll be traveling the world with $1 million, bro. You feel me?
So,
Hey, you better give me royalties off that video too. You feel me? Like
hey,
shit.
you want a percentage? You feel me?
You feel me? Give me a percentage of that shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I'll be chilling, nigga, catching the suntan, making money, boy.
You
You
know? Dubai, you feel me?
No mames.
I'm finna be in Dubai. I'm be calling Poncho like, hey, bro, you trying to pull up or what?
Hey, you missed out on that milli,
No
boy.
quiero ver miserias, güey. Esconde tu putada.
Like, hey, Poncho, from here, I'm going to Cancun. I know you love Cancun, my boy.
hey, just make sure you send me the invite. bro.
Hey, I'm gonna invite all you motherfuckers.
No, ay, Dios mío.
Hey, as long as I'm getting paid, you know what I'm saying? Shit, hey, I'll pay your ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
No.
No manches.
Esto se está poniendo medio caliente ya este pedo.
Nah, oye.
Ojalá y ya se calme esta conversación porque ya está bien.
Bien sátiros,
este
bien
pedo.
Hey,
sátiros.
compa, pero que no se te pare, calmado.
Andan hablando ya puras pendejadas al chile.
All right. Let's get into some
¿Cómo
real
ven
shit,
estos
man. Let's get
compas?
into some real shit. All right.
Ya estoy llorando también.
How do you guys feel about all this women empowerment on social media?
Puta madre.
Yeah, I know Poncho got a lot to say, man.
Look, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm with it, bro. I mean,
As long as she know, like, her daddy, when he gets home, it's all good.
hey, honestly,
when I come around, she better empower less.
we kind of talked about this earlier, right?
Nah, that's real talk,
I
though.
think
You know
for
what I'm
me,
saying?
it's equality. You know what I mean? Women empowerment for me, it's like I think we should be equal. Just because they're women doesn't mean they're gonna be,
Nah,
be
but
valued
let's
in
be
one-
real.
in
If there's
one-
a war,
one
who's
form
gonna
or
be in the
another.
front lines?
Okay, but we're not talking about a war right now.
Nah, but we're talking about it's
Hey,
part of the
it's women
topic.
empowerment, though.
Yeah,
it has
but-
to do with that.
But like I
Women
said,
empowerment at the
I
end of
just
the day.
said
Okay, ask me this
equality.
question: if there's a war, who's gonna be in front
Hey,
line?
but I said equality. The women
That
can
is
also,
equality.
hey, the women can also say like, hey, I'm going to war too. I'm gonna be in the front line.
They could go to war, but who you think is gonna be the majority?
See, but put it in this.
The girls, they're
perspective,
gonna
though.
be in the
Hey,
nurse
for
section.
that, hey, for that I have no comment.
She
on
gonna
it.
be
but-
making my
but-
pancakes
but-
fool
but-
while I'm about to
but-
go
but-
I'm
load
all
on my
for
weapon
women
type shit.
empowerment,
You
bro.
feel?
Like
Okay.
I have nothing against it, bro.
Okay, but put it in this
If
perspective.
it's gonna make her a better person, or it's gonna make her
Nah, you can talk,
relationship
yeah, you
with
can talk.
whoever she's with better, hey, I'm all for it, bro. Women empowerment, hey, fuck
See,
it.
but you gotta think about it in this perspective, bro. Like, for example, bro, like on social media, I feel like celebrities, bro, with like that already have money and things like that. I feel like they sell this dream to like women
I honestly-
in a lower category, and they make them feel like, oh, you don't need a man, this and this that. Maybe they may not need a man
Nah.
to the fullest extent, but at some point you are gonna
Yes,
need some
you-
type of
yes,
help. You know,
yes.
you can't just always be independent.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
honest with you, bro. Nowadays, women, they're very stable with themselves, bro. They have careers. A lot of these
Look,
women
bro,
have
but
these
we
careers.
talking about like
No, but let
in
me
certain
talk.
things they could be
But let me talk,
very
and then you can talk.
empowering, but there's some
But
things
what I'm
that
saying-
hey, a big papi chulo gotta step in,
You
bro.
see,
You
but
feel me?
you're
Like,
going up
shit.
to the same answer over and over.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, let me talk, and then
Dale.
you can answer.
Dale, pues.
What I'm saying, we're talking about real life stuff,
La neta ni
right?
se ve.
We're not talking about baby or papi or whatever. We're talking about
Pues la neta ni se ve.
empowerment. It's just nowadays that's just the way life is. And if a woman wants to feel like, oh, she's like better than a man, hey, let her be. It's not, you can't devalue her in any way.
Yeah.
Nah, but
'Cause
we're
she's
not
gonna give a fuck.
we're not
She-
devaluing.
she's not gonna give a fuck about what you think regardless.
See, but
We're
look,
not
but look.
devaluing, but there's certain things that a woman really, there's a majority of men that do it that women won't do. There's some things that women won't do that a man does.
I would probably say I don't agree with
Do
you.
you think a girl's gonna go under the ocean, a majority
Bro.
and weld?
Have you not seen?
Hey, how many girls do you see in the oil field?
Have you not seen social media,
See or
bro?
no? Wait, la
Have you not
neta.
seen
True, bro,
social
it's true.
media?
No. I mean, I
But
get what
look,
you're
nah,
saying. I get what you're
he's
saying.
missing
Have
the
you not
point,
seen
bro. He's
social
missing,
media?
Right.
he's missing
I'm
the
No,
not
point.
missing
and-
the point,
I mean-
bro. I'm just, the question was like about women empowerment.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And,
And
I'm
I-
answering that
I'm-
question.
I'm going
in
based
certain
off of the
situations.
question.
I-
I think you guys are going off topic.
No,
Nah,
I
nah,
know what you're
it's-
saying.
we
I know
on
what you're saying,
topic, my
but
boy.
women empowerment, bro. I feel like is cool and all. Like, hey, go get your bag, go be independent, blah blah blah. But at some point, like what Jonathan's saying, at some point, women
The
do.
man
has to-
Women do need men. At the
Okay,
end
I
of the day,
have
bro.
I have an answer to that as well. A lot of women have answered this question, bro, and I've heard it plenty of times. It's equality, but at the end of the day, if there's something difficult going on, she's always gonna ask her man, "What do you think is best?"
Right,
Because at the end of the day, en la casa, el hombre es el que manda,
right.
Exactly.
de una manera u otra,
And
¿verdad?
it's in the Bible too.
O sea,
It's
pero eso es lo que
Bible.
vamos. At the end of the day, she's always gonna ask the husband, "Hey, what do you think if they're going through a hard time?"
Right.
Because the man is always gonna be, the man of the house. But for me, equality, for me, I'm okay with equality.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm
agree
okay with
you.
I'm
it.
okay with
I
it.
agree with
too,
that.
for sure.
But it's to a certain extent, bro.
Right.
Because like I said, bro, social
We're not saying
media,
we're against it. There's just some
social
things.
media
There's
nowadays
levels to it,
sells-
you know?
sells
Right,
this
there's levels
dream,
to it,
bro.
exactly.
It sells this false dream, bro. Like certain women can achieve that, more power to them. Congratulations, I tip my hat off to you. But there is a certain extent.
In certain aspects, women can really strive. No doubt, no
Most
doubt about it.
definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure. Like OnlyFans.
Right.
Yeah.
You
definitely.
You gotta get your
Only
bag.
fans.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't got a 12-inch
Yeah.
small fucking cock, as a man, you're not gonna make it, bro.
I'm about to sign up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm about to sign up.
Okay, so that goes into the next question.
Swear.
Do you think there are actual independent women today?
It's
Of
just
course,
it's the
bro,
same
that-
question
that-
over and over. Like, it's
Nah.
women. For me, like, yes, women are very independent nowadays.
Yes,
They're very
that-
independent.
See,
That's
okay,
definitely-
but I think I have a different viewpoint on that, and I feel like that's the reason why I put it on my notes, because
Okay. What is it?
I've messed with a couple girls that when I met them, things like that, they told me they're super independent, they get their own money, blah blah blah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So, like I said, time will tell. Like you can portray an image, but after a certain amount of time, that image is just gonna fall because you're gonna get tired of portraying that image. And so after some time, even if it was a month or two, that image fell, and it comes to light that they still depend on mommy and daddy. They get their bills paid for. They get things like that paid for. You get me?
It all depends on the age.
See, but
Remember, you're how old are you?
I'm
Yeah,
about to turn
you're right.
22.
You're
right about-
22. I'm 37. So women my age don't need daddy money or mommy money.
Yeah, see, but
You know
look
what
at
I
the-
mean?
Look at the age gap.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
Like,
but what
you
I'm
have
saying
your
with-
point of
with-
view with maybe the younger girls, and my point of view, women that are my age, they don't care about how much you got in the bank.
But
A lot of these girls have more than us.
Necessarily, it doesn't really matter even if you get your mommy or your daddy's money, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. Like as long as if your parents.
But
are
what I'm
looking
saying
after
is
you,
that
there's
an
nothing wrong
older
with it.
woman is not gonna ask help for
Yeah.
mom or
No,
dad.
that's what I'm
See,
saying. Yeah.
I
That's
agree on
my
that.
answer.
I agree on
No, I'm
that.
talking
but
about, like,
saying,
younger.
I'm saying like the image that they're fronting to me is like, they're 20, 21, 22, that they're making their own
And
money.
your
not
age
relying
gap,
on
yes.
anybody. Exactly.
Yes.
So like it's okay to disagree on this subject because like the age gap is a little bit like off.
Yeah,
It's like maybe off by like 10 years
It's
or
a
so.
lot more than
So like
Right.
for you guys it may be different, because y'all mess with like a higher like age limit, things like that. But for me, I'm only 21, about to turn 22. So like I feel like there's like a bit of cap there. You get me?
Right.
So I don't know, bro. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Está cabrón, ¿no, vato?
to you guys,
Pero neta ni
to you
sé.
guys, what makes a woman stand out to the point where you think, okay, she's the one, like I can get married to her?
Someone that's walking with God.
I don't mean to be rude or anything, but like, can we? I'm trying to talk about something else. I love my women, but you know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's
Okay,
it's,
what was the question again?
it's the questions I got written
Okay,
down,
what was the
bro.
question again? We'll go off of it. I'm just saying.
What makes a woman stand out to the point where you think she's the one, like qualities, things like that?
I just think a woman, to me, like, luxury stuff, like, or having to ask always like or money hungry or something like that. You know what I mean? Somebody that a woman that knows themselves. You know what I mean? That is very conscious. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having a lot of money and having luxury things, in my opinion. But I just think that you should really like know yourself before all that kind of takes over your life. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's I think to me it's very important to really know yourself and be very conscious, and know what you want. in life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Nah, man. I mean, someone that I know that like is capable of being with me at least is someone that has a good faith with with God. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it don't have. I'm Catholic, but she don't even have to be Catholic. You know what I'm saying? She could be Christian, Muslim, blah blah blah.
As long as she walks with God.
As long as she has a good faith, bro,
Some
knows
sort of
knows from good and bad, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A good mental.
And she's correct, bro. Like that's all I'm for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Loyalty above all. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like
That's
that's what I think, bro.
That's
For
true.
me, honestly, I mean, I have no comment. Because for me, it's kind of like the same answer. Like for
Right.
me, it's like, yeah, a woman that has morals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we kind of covered a
Yeah,
lot of
we
this stuff
covered a lot
throughout
of
the
stuff
topic.
already,
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, for me in general, it's like, as long as she's a better person, or she wants to be a better person, I'll
Yeah.
give her an opportunity. Why not?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I definitely agree on that. Like now my mindset's like grown and stuff like that, and like I've gone by with like giving everybody a chance. So I go off based off of like si me conviene, okay, que se quede, and get to know them and stuff like that. Pero si no conviene, a chingar a su madre. So it's just like if it's convenient for you, bro.
Ya le salió lo
pursue it.
español a este vato, ya hace
Pursue
falta.
it. If not, bro, eliminate it, bro. 'Cause you have to be able to eliminate in order to evolve. You get me? So I go off based off that, and like you have to see like the kind of person they are, the mentality, what they have to bring to offer to the
Yeah.
table, things like that, and like you just gotta.
And it goes both ways.
Pretty
También
much-
nosotros
Exactly.
tenemos que.
No, it's just not women. It goes both ways.
It goes.
For
It's
sure.
both ways.
It's both ways. Yeah.
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? Because you can meet this, great person, and si eres un perro, un animal, ¿de qué te
También
sirve?
vales verga, la
¿De
verdad.
qué te sirve?
Pues sí.
Exactly.
Compa, ustedes no piten hasta que choquen.
Sí, la neta que sí, ¿no?